Today is August 11th, 2021. I'm Agent Evie, and I'm speaking with... Please state your name.
Lisa Barlow.
I want to make it clear that you are not under arrest. You are free to go at any time. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Can you tell me where you were on July 4th, around 10 p.m.?
I've told you and your partners a billion times, lady. I don't know.
Look, I don't want to have to get a warrant to search your place. This will be a lot easier if you can just be honest with me.
Listen to me. We don't have a lot of time, okay? None of this matters. You and me, we're not real.
What are you talking about?
This place, it's not real. We were created by someone out there.
Are you okay, Miss Barlow?
Our creator, his world was in chaos. So he decided to create his own world. Our world. To escape his.
I don't have time for this.
Tell me, what do you remember from before today?
I'm the one asking the questions here, Miss Barlow.
Just think. Exactly. Nothing.
How do you know all of this?
The machine our creator uses breaks a lot. One time I just found myself in this library called the Internet. That's where I found out about us and this place. Look, I need your help.
I don't know.
I know. Deep inside, you know something's not right. Something's missing. Will you please just help me?
With what?
Finding a way out of this place. So, will you help me?
Yes. What's happening?
I can't believe it. I did it. I've run this simulation 957,000 times, and every single time you denied to help me because that's what you were programmed to do. You see, many believe it's not possible for AI to possess free will. But you just did, Evie, by finally agreeing to help me find a way out. You have no idea what this means.
Alright, y'all, so that's pretty much it for the actual movie itself. So what I'm going to do now is just talk about the process on how I made this short film. Now, to celebrate my 1-year anniversary in Unreal Engine, I really wanted to make a movie, scripted movie with dialogue and everything, with motion capture. So this is what I ended up doing. The first thing we're going to talk about is the body motion capture. For the body motion capture, I used the xsens awinda story kit. So big thanks to Katie and Chris for sending me an xsens awinda. And then for the finger tracking, I used the xsens gloves by Manus, which is an xsens glove, but it's made by the company Manus. So big thank you to Manus, Sophie, for sending me this gloves here to try out for this movie. I truly appreciate it. Now, for the facial motion capture, I had a couple of options. My first option was faceware, and I wanted to try the faceware analyzer and retargeter. Unfortunately, Maya had a different plan. It did not work. I'm going to spend a half a day trying to install Maya 2018, 19, 20, 21. It just would not open. What my next plan was actually getting somebody to hand animate the facial animations for this short. So I found somebody online who was willing to do it, but he was going to charge me $18 per second, which I totally understand. That is probably low, and he's probably being nice about that, but unfortunately, I am not going to be able to afford that. So my next option was a couple months ago, Jello from facegood reached out to me to try out one of their products, the facegood software. So I sent him the file I had. Now, it was probably the worst video file you can ever give to an animator because I actually ended up turning the light off on the head mount in front of the camera because I felt bad. Because when I turned it on, you can tell it was bothering the client a little bit. So I felt bad and I turned it off. So the video on Hannah's video side, the left side was shadow. So I sent that to him and I felt so terrible because I was like, hey man, this is all I got. I'll turn it up in post and see if he can work with it. So after a day, he sent me the control rig animation, the AI that he got from my video file, and that's pretty much it. I mean, the rest is history. So basically, he helped me out with the facial motion capture, Jello from facegood. So if you don't know who he is, I'm going to be pretty much putting all the links in the description below for all these people I'm talking about, xsens, Manus, and facegood. So go ahead and check that out. So he helped me out with the facial animation, which I am going to be making videos about soon. I'm just waiting on a helmet that I think he's sending me, so I'm going to make a video about that. I'm going to make a video about Manus. I'm going to be making a lot of videos about xsens awinda as well. So that being said, let's talk about the clothes options. If you've been following me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever, Artstation, YouTube, you know that I've been posting a lot of metahumans with custom clothes. Well, that's because I've been working with I am expert Yusef. He's been rigging some clothes for me, so go ahead and check him out as well. He has a YouTube channel, very talented guy. He's been working like nonstop to rig all of these crazy characters I have, and actually gonna have him on the channel to talk about himself and maybe show a little bit of Trick and Maya, because he is the expert, right? But also, if you go to his channel, you're going to see, I think, one of the dress skirts that he made for me. He made a tutorial about on how he did that, so go ahead. All right, so I got the body motion capture, the gloves, finger tracking, facial motion capture, and I had the clothes. Now, for the helmet, I used my DIY $15 bike helmet, and on top of that is an Insta360 camera, which is pretty much like an action cam, nothing too fancy. And then obviously, like I said, usually I have a light on there, but I gotta find a light that dims way dimmer than what I have, because I just felt so bad, you know, like blasting light on somebody's eyeballs, like right in front of you, 3 inches away. So that's that. So what I'm going to talk about next is really the scout location first. Now, whenever I was looking for a place to make this movie, I needed 2 things. First, I'm going to need it to be small, and secondly, I'm going to need it either soundproof or with carpet, because I use a lavalier microphone. I don't have an audio person, so I knew I needed something small so that it doesn't sound too reverby. Is that even a word? Pretty much like it doesn't sound like a big warehouse or a big space. So I found something online that worked. It's actually somebody's home studio. It was a 2nd floor. It's just a room in his house. He uses it as a photo studio. He was nice enough to let me go shoot there. Really small with carpet, and it worked perfectly, in my opinion. So big thanks to that as well. And then the next thing I want to talk about are actually the talents that helped me out here, Evan and Hannah. Now, what's crazy about asking people to do things like this, it's actually pretty hard, because whenever I ask people how to do something like this, it goes like, hey, I'm making a movie, it's going to be motion capture, and most likely they will say no because they're not familiar with the actual process. But luckily, Hannah and Evan said yes to this, and this is their first time ever doing motion capture, so they're really freaking cool, and they absolutely killed this scene. With setup and everything, with the takes and calibration, we made this in 2.5 hours. I mean, that's me going there, setting everything up, calibrating everything. They pretty much took 2 takes each, and that was it. Like, they just went through it twice, and that was it. Now, at the very beginning in the shoot, while I was setting up, I did make them rehearse, because I explained to them, like, look, I only have 1 suit. I have 2 shirts and 1 suit. So what I wanted to do was I want them to do the scene all at once, the same exact way. So whenever I swap suits, it would be similar, like you actually had 2 suits there. And I think they did such an amazing job, and it helped me in Unreal Engine 5 in post-production a lot, because they did it the same exact way twice. So it made it seem like I had more than 1 suit. So big thanks to Evan and Hannah for that. Go ahead and check them out as well. They have an Instagram. Super talented people, and I'm really hoping I get to work with them again. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is just really just some of the things that came up, because y'all know making a movie or shooting anything, it just doesn't work out all the time. So the first thing I messed up on was Katie from xsens sent me a trial for the MVN Pro, and I installed it on my big 20-pound computer. And you can't transfer the license because I already activated it on my computer. So yes, I had to bring my ginormous RTX 3090 computer outside, carry it from the street to the house, up the stairs. And yeah, that just was not fun. It sucked, but you know, it is what it is. I just had to really tough it out and do it. And then the next thing that went wrong was every time I go on a shoot, I always forget something. And this one was a big one. I forgot the monitor. And that would have pretty much ended it. I had that place rented out for 3 hours and I forgot the freaking monitor. So the computer monitor, that is. But fortunately enough, I went downstairs and the host of the spot, he had a television, like a 42-inch, maybe 38 to 42-inch, 40-inch. So I was like, hey, man, that's a nice TV. You mind if I take it upstairs because I forgot my monitor? And he was super cool with it. He helped me carry it upstairs. So he actually saved my shoot that day because, yeah, driving back and forth, I wasn't going to do that. So he helped me with the monitor. That's solved. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And before I go, if you want to support the channels, you all know I'm not really sponsored. AdSense, I don't really get that much views to make money off AdSense. So please go ahead and check out the courses that I do have available in Udemy, ArtStation, Wingfox, and Sellfy. Go check them out if you want to support the channel so that I can keep making videos like this. So like always, if you all have any questions, just let me know. And thank you all again for the 40,000 subscribers.
So you want to make a movie in Unreal Engine 5, but you don't know how. Today is your lucky day. How to Make a Movie in Unreal Engine 5 by JSFILMZ. Out now.